lazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off of the jet and I cry.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change momentum of this game in a hurry.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Being chased out to a hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Tua rolling to his right. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, and don't tell everyone how many I had.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. Now on 2nd and 13. Tua sends it out to the sideline. This is Hill. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Here's Tua. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, here's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one into the hands of Washington downfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Tua on 4th down. Out to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Push him back. Push him back. Bang, 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 bang.
They throw it out right complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Let's go. 52 blue.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
95.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. He is going to find Hill here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Prescott on first down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, Prescott. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Rank 38.
Got you, Pop. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. In your face.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Prescott off play action, rolling to his right. And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Room here to run. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say,
a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this